I had a property just fall into my lap. I asked the property owner, what would it take for me to grow vegetables on your property? And he said, if you pay the water bill and give me free vegetables, you can grow food here. I said, sweet dude, I'll start tomorrow. So this is what it looked like when I showed up the next day. And this is what it looks like now. And in this video, I'm gonna show you how I built the ultimate no-till garden again. Just getting back from the gym. We work all morning, go to the gym. Now I got to pack up my tractor, my trailer, and all my gear, and we got to get packed up to go over to the other farm for tomorrow. So come on, I'll show you how we get packed up. My truck's right here. I got back down to my trailer. First I got to pull my tractor up, and I got to take the loader off and put the loader in the back of my bed. Back down and hook up my trailer. I'll grab my trailer, pull my trailer out, and then I can put it down and put the tractor up into the trailer. And then we take off in the morning. I got to pick up a few other, bring some wheelbarrows with us. We're going to be building beds, setting up the irrigation over at the new farm for the fall crops. So I'm going to show you how we're going to do everything. I'm going to show you the new farm. You're going to love it. It's amazing. So come on, I'll show you how we get all set up and we'll get out of here. All right, so I just kind of pull it up onto the front yard here because the whole thing's on a hill right there. So it's kind of hard to get it up when you're on the incline, and I also don't want, it's like tippy, you know, if you're on the hill the wrong way. So I get it up here on the front yard where it's pretty flat, and I can drive my tractor right up on it. All right, so now I got a couple wheelbarrows down there I gotta go grab, but I'm always talking about working efficiently, right? I made a mistake and I didn't back my truck down to the wheelbarrows, load the wheelbarrows in first, and then pull up here. And now I got everything already hooked up. So I gotta walk all the way down there and walk up here with the wheelbarrows. So it's not an efficient way to work. It's gonna cost me 5 minutes, but 5 minutes, time is money. Time is money, baby. So I put a wheelbarrow in a wheelbarrow to walk it up here so I didn't have to walk back twice, right? That's my goal every day in my life. I'm gonna figure out how to do the most work with the least amount of effort. All right, y'all, it's almost 8 a.m. I'm running a little bit behind. We gotta run over to the other farm. I got Zach meet me over there at 8 o'clock, and it takes me about 20-30 minutes to get there. This tote is my rent. This is how we pay our rent and vegetables over there. So come on, let's go over the new property. We'll see what we're getting into today. All right, so my agreement with the property owner over here is that I just give him free vegetables in exchange for the use of his land. So I try to hook him up pretty good, like so that he never gets mad at me about anything. I really don't know him very well. I'm giving him 2 pounds of salad greens. It's like ½ pound of basil. I got a bunch of tomatoes in here for him, like this Cherokee Purple, you know, probably almost a pound. And so I've got 4 of these in here. I got a squash, a watermelon radish, a couple onions, a couple habanero peppers, a couple cucumbers, and some cherry tomatoes. I try to give him this much produce almost weekly, sometimes bi-weekly. There's nothing set in stone other than when I asked him, can I grow food here? He said, yeah, if you give me some free vegetables, you can grow food here. That's basically it. So there's no like certain amount, but I just try to hook him up. I also tried to pay him for the water bill one time, and he said he wasn't worried about it. That way it kind of covers the water bill, covers like my lease and rent. And this is all like leftover stuff, right? Like it's from the market last week or earlier in this week, the big bag of lettuce that I didn't sell on Tuesday's deliveries, basically. So I'm gonna give it to him, right? I pay my rent with what would otherwise be spoiled or trash. So that's the agreement. That's how I pay my rent over there, and that's how I lease this property for no actual money. All right, y'all, so I just hopped in the truck, just pulled out of the driveway of my house. Fuck. So as soon as I pulled out the driveway, my tire pressure sensor went on. I definitely need to get this taken care of soon. All right, y'all, so just pulling into the lease property here. It's just kind of like really long road. You can see there's like some goats over here. There's a bunch of homesteading properties here. All right, so I just dropped my rent off, and then once I pull down the road, it just kind of opens up into a field, and this is the farm. So I got a little pile of compost there. That's what we're gonna be applying. My boy Zach's working already. That's the squash, and then we just got the whole rest of it all tarped for right now. And then this little tarped area right here is going to be my garden expansion for next season. So we're just kind of trying to kill that. And then I got the top part of the garden all tarped right now. That's what we're going to prep for fall brassicas. and then Zach's over there taking the insect net off the squash. All right, y'all, so my boy Zach was already here working when I got here today, so I just kind of hopped out my truck when I was pulling in, stopped, I guess I just set my camera up and recorded us. We took all the insect net down, so we had cover cropped this whole plot to pea, oats, and mustard. So basically I broadcasted, we had left it tarped for like most of the winter, and then like mid to the end of February, I'd have to check the dates, you know, we pulled those tarps back, we flame weeded anything that was left, and then I tilthed the soil, and then we just broadcast peas and oats on top, right on top of the soil, and it rained pretty good. I did set the irrigation wobblers up for about 1 week, going off for about an hour a day, and then we got enough rain and they all germinated. But some of the pea and oats did kind of wash away from the rain, so there was a few bare spots here and there. So a few weeks after the peas and oats germinated, I came through and I just broadcasted some mustard seed into those bare spots, and then the mustard seed grew up with that cover crop. So then I crimped this cover crop, pulled the tarp over it. The tarp stayed there for about 20 days. And then me and Zach came over here, and I just scooped up compost with my tractor, dumped it in the wheelbarrows, and then we built beds right on top of that crimped cover crop. And then the girls came over one day and they just direct seeded all these winter squashes right into that compost. We set up some wobblers, put hoops with insect netting over them, and then those have just been going off on timers for about 4 or 5 weeks now. So these have germinated well. We've gotten 0 rain since. I've had the wobblers going for an hour a day. Water bill is going to be out of control. I'm going to have to make sure I take care of that. Because I don't pay for the water here, the property owner does. So I just try to make sure that I give them plenty of vegetables. Like I dropped them about $100 worth of veggies today, and that kind of like covers my rent here and the water bill. But I'm just gonna have to talk to him, make sure they were all good. He seems to be a pretty cool guy, but I need to make sure that I don't owe him some money for the water bill because of that. So hopefully we're gonna put this out on drip soon. I just gotta make sure we put the drip lines down before we direct seeded it, but you can't get germination off the drip lines, right? I had to have the overhead, so we're gonna try to turn it over onto the drip. I got a pressure reducer with me today. I just gotta make sure the whole system runs. So now we had to take off all the insect netting so that those flowers can get pollinated and they can grow squash. So the next step, you can see Zach over here pulling the tarps back where we grew potatoes, onions, and garlic in the springtime. We've just had it tarped. We're just putting the weeds down. So we're gonna go build some beds for the rest of the day, and we're gonna get everything prepped for fall crops. So we're gonna start our seedlings. We started Brussels sprouts the other day, some broccolis. We're gonna do some successions. So we're gonna start at that far end, and we're just gonna work our way this way, planting Brussels sprouts, broccoli, cabbage, carrots, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, cabbage, carrots, you know, maybe a couple of successions. So we're gonna get the beds prepped now, so then, and get the irrigation set up. So then when we have our seedlings ready to go, I'm just gonna send Max and Katie over here and they'll plant those in the ground. So I'll show you what we're up to over there. You can see Zach just kind of pulled the tarp back off these beds here. We're gonna pull the tarps back off this next tarp, and then we're just gonna put fresh compost down on top of these beds today, and then we're gonna pull the tarps back over so that they just kind of stay smothered out, weed free. And then when we're ready to plant, we're just gonna pull those tarps back, come over here with our seedlings and plant them right into there. So I'll put it on time lapse and show you how we do it. All right, so I was about to put my tractor down and I realized I did not bring my diesel fuel with me, and the tractor was kind of low on fuel. So I just Googled, like, the closest gas station was 0.7 miles away. So I just came over here, get some gas real quick. So now we're gonna go back, we're gonna get the tractor down, we're gonna fix those beds up and call it a day. So I'll get back to the farm and we'll show you how we do it. All right, so Zach got everything uncovered while I was getting gas. So now I'm just gonna scoop compost up with my tractor, put in the wheelbarrows, and he's gonna coat these, we're just gonna put like another 1 to 2 inches of compost right on top of these beds for our fall brassicas. All right, y'all, so you can see we just kind of put a little layer of compost right on top of the empty beds to get them prepped for our fall brassicas. We're gonna pull the tarp back over and we're just gonna let it sit there for about another 30 days. And then mid-August, we're gonna come in here, we're gonna start transplanting our broccoli and Brussels sprouts at that point, and we're probably going to plant some cabbage also. So this will have our first succession prepped. So when we are ready in 3 or 4 weeks, all we got to do is come in here pull the tarps back, rake it smooth if we need to, put our plants right in the ground. So we're gonna pull these tarps back over, and then we'll get things wrapped up for today. All right, y'all, so we just got packed up for the day. We're gonna get out of here. I got my trailer loaded up. It's about 1,000,000 degrees and I can't really even think anymore. This property has like no shade, so it's a great property. I love it. So we got all the insect net removed from here. I got the drip irrigation set up, so now it's running off the drip, so we'll use like way less water. I'm super nervous about how much the water bill is going to be this month, because I've been running that overhead sprinklers to get my seeds to germinate, and I don't live here, so I'm not here to just like turn it off as needed. It's just on timers, you know. So I got the drip set up now, so that's better. We'll be using a fraction of the amount of water for the rest of this grow on these squash plants. We got our fall brassica beds prepped up today, so those are ready to be, it's for transplants in about 30 days. We'll come over here, transplant those, get our irrigation set up. I had the NRCS come out here. They came out with a crew of guys today. There's probably like 5 of them, and I asked them for probably upwards of $100,000 worth of funding on this property, so we'll see how that goes. Stay tuned. I also signed some paperwork for about $30,000 worth of funding on my home-based property. They're huge supporters of this channel, and they love to see me promoting the NRCS and funding from the USDA, so make sure you like and subscribe if you want to find out how you can fund your farm. I appreciate y'all coming with me. I've really wanted to show you guys this property for a long time. I've documented the whole thing, everything. Every time I come over here, I bring my camera, but I just never have time to actually like put it into a video for you guys. So there will be a lot more coming up on how this property came to be, how I got here, how I did all this, how I'm going to grow it into the future, and how I'm going to grow my business on this property and the other property. I hope you'll follow along for the journey. Cool bot video is going to be coming out soon. The problem with that is that I always have the cool bot filled, right? It's never empty to make a video about it. So I'm hoping that when I get back from the farmers market this weekend, I'll make the cool bot video, because everybody's been asking me to make that. So it's gonna be coming soon either way, and I just really appreciate all the support lately, guys. You guys have been really great to me. If all that hard work, you know, making these videos, it's like finally just paying off, you know. So that's been really cool hearing from people all over the world. So, I mean, much love to everybody. I appreciate all the support, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Thanks for watching.